Remember, when you subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell so you get notified every time we have a new video. Thanks again.
Guys, you heard it. We're live at World of Concrete. We're going to show you step by step how we create a green and gold natural stone over MDF. That's wood, and we're going to make it look like rock. What we're going to use is epoxy. We're going to use our Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy at a 1-to-1 ratio, and then we're going to add our colors. We have 4 spray paints. We have Lagoon and Seaside. We have an antique bronze, and we also have green. Can you believe we're putting Rust-Oleum green spray paint in epoxy? Stay tuned, enjoy the video. We're also going to use black metallic, green Rainforest metallic, and Mystic Moss metallic, and gold. These are all metallic powders that actually fight the spray paint. This is what creates a lot of the reactions. It's going to create some fun techniques that you're seeing on these other pieces that make you look like a faux artist, but it happens instantaneously. We're also using dyes. We're using our yellow dye, and our opaque dyes are black and our white. I'm going to mix this all in a bucket. I'm going to then pour it out in the clear cups, and I'll add my additives. When I put my spray paints in, I'll pour those additives in the bucket. I'll intermittently put spray paint in that, and then I'll pour it out, and you'll see what happens.
Today we're starting off by pouring a simple 1-to-1 mix of part B and part A. We like to pour part B first because it is lighter, and it really helps with the mixing process. Next, we will mix the epoxy for 2 minutes using a drill. If you don't have a drill, that's okay. Use a stir stick and double that time. The added benefit of doing that is you tend to have slightly less bubbles when pouring the epoxy. After we mix that up, we will pour an equal amount of epoxy into as many cups as we have colors. This is a key step to prevent muddying up our bucket for our upcoming dirty pour. Now that our epoxy is in cups, start by mixing your dyes and powders individually. This might be one of the funnest steps, so feel free to grab a friend or a first timer like we did.
Does somebody want to put gloves on and come help me? All right, he's gonna help, thank you. I've met you before, right?
Yep, yesterday.
Oh, right on, dude. All right, put those on. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, did we mention that you can get all these colors at stonecoatcountertops.com? Everything's only a couple clicks away, and we got metallic powders, dyes, spray paint, everything you need to make this project, or any other recipe for that matter. But hey, you probably already knew that now, didn't you? Now this next step is simple but crucial in terms of getting an extremely natural look. You're going to take all your colors and layer them one by one in the bucket. The order in which you pour the colors is not very important because in Mother Nature there's a level of randomness, so get creative with the color. We'll mix in our pre-mixed dyes and powders, and for added effect we're going to intermittently use a little bit of spray paint. This creates selling and it really enhances your look. Next step, the wash coat. We've practiced dirty pours many times. We found that this can be one of the easiest ways to get complete coverage of your epoxy without having to fill spots after the initial pour. This is not as important if you plan on tilting your piece anyways, but if you don't plan on tilting, this is what we recommend. Okay, the moment you've been waiting for, pouring the epoxy. You've mixed, picked out your colors, laid down a wash coat. Now look at the sheer depth that you created. I'll let the epoxy speak for itself. Oh, and one last thing. Be careful about doing this in front of a crowd. You might just get some fans. Hey, wait a minute. Is that the tilt table? Oh yeah, that is the tilt table. Wow, that's easy. Remember what I said about doing this in front of crowds? Question of the day. So we still want to know, do you want to see a video about the tilt table? We can make that happen, but we got to know, is that something you want to see, or do you just like them without the tilt? Option A, no tilt table, or option B, more tilt table please. Last and final step, remove the tape, rub out those edges, then sit back and let our self-leveling epoxy do the rest of the work for you. You got this. Quick recap, mix the epoxy, do a wash coat, pour the epoxy, and till. Also, if you stick around a little longer, we got some ultra rare bonus content for you.
Stone Coat Countertops, you got this.
Great comment!
Hey, we got a great comment from Len OV. Can this be done on an old tile countertop? I love this look. Well, actually, yes, it can be done on an old tile countertop, and we got a video right here if you want to check it out. Steps are pretty simple. Just got to remember to rough up the tile by sanding to create adhesion, Bondo it to fill any cracks, use paint and primer in one, and then you're ready to pour your epoxy like normal. Link to that video will be in the description below so you can get a more in-depth look at that.
Bonus content!
Okay, as promised, bonus content. Now, I don't recommend trying this at home. And I'm gonna do this all in one take so you guys believe me when I say our epoxy is heat resistant. Now please, whatever you do, do not, I repeat, do not tell Mike I did this to his favorite piece. Promise me that you'll keep that secret. That's just between us two. While you're here, I'll just leave a little link so you can get your next epoxy project started too. This stuff is zero VOC, long working times, DIY friendly, and quite frankly, second to none. As always, you got this.